With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome to some more level 99 competition routes in Go Galaxy, or random encounter matches at the Riverside pitch. This is the five-a-side team that gives you the skull badge that you need to unlock members of Inazuma Kids FC, and also some of the golden oldies. I'm here because this is the match that I have been grinding for the purposes of leveling up Wonderbot's spirit. I would say I got his Arch Pegasus from level 0 to level 2 within about 5 matches, and then I'd say to get to number 3 it took maybe 10 more. It's not in equal increments, so to get it to Arch Pegasus level 4 would take even longer, but getting it to level 2 was enough. I just got it to level 3 because I wanted it to be that bit stronger while I was already on the mission. But now, Spirit Big Move's 108 Pegasus Punch is affordable to Clark Von Wunderbar, and that means it will be available to whoever Mixie maxes with him. He's not got much kick, so it only goes up to 1,800 on the shot with Spirit Big Moves, which isn't great. But the gold celebrations look great, and now that we can use his Spirit Big Moves Pegasus Punch on other players via Mixie Max, I essentially thought, why don't we just go the whole hog in kind of making him the ultimate Mixie Max character in general, because I don't need to skip travel, I'm already at Riverside. When you Mixie Max with a player, you do get some of their stats added onto your current roster of players, and it's not as powerful as it used to be in Chrono Stones or anything like. Can I actually see in the menu how much kick I'm gaining off of certain people? You know what? I know where to check. So let's just say, for example, if I were to Mixie Max Axel and Sean Frost together, Sean has 165 kick, Axel has 170. So let's remember 107. Well, both of those numbers are almost identical. So essentially, if it was a flat thing, you'd expect maybe their kick to double or something like that. But 160 kick plus 165 kick equals, once we've seen what the character looks like, this is a best Mixie Max, so it looks pretty natural, pretty cool. I guess I might as well keep him that way, even though I've just stolen Axel's fighting spirit from him. Surta is just sitting in the inventory, but his kick stat was 170 and now it's 186. So that is a small buff, to say the least, but it's still noticeable, and that's why I'm going to pour just a little bit of extra kick stat into Wonderbot, because right now he's level 96, but his kick stat absolutely stinks. So, well, all of his stats stink. That's why he's got 400 freedom, so that you can pick which one to include to upgrade. I don't want to run out of money too fast in this thing. Tell you what, should we take the gamble with it for a bit? How much does it cost for a Dino Escape? Wonderbot, let's get some stats on you, please. We get a good. Let's just pour all of that into kick. I'll do a couple of Dino Escapes and see where we get, because that costs 2,000 prestige for a single go, whereas auto mode would be 500 for a single point. So it's not cost effective by any means. You are definitely better off just spamming things like Dino Escape, and then you might eventually get an excellent. That only cost me 2,000, whereas usually I'm spending more like 10,000. Now we've at least made it so Wonderbot has a pretty reasonable amount of kick. Should I pour into some of his other stats as well? I feel like that would be a good idea, because currently his Mixie Max is Arculus, and Arculus is pulling from all of Wonderbot's stats, but the main thing is he's not necessarily going to be kick speed. I'm not necessarily just going to use Wonderbot as my I'm not just going to use Arculus to Miximax with Wonderbot. I want him to be suitable for just about anyone. So he's got Pegasus Punch, he's got Spirit Big Moves. We want him to actually have some stats to go with it. And Terry had a little bit of a close call in the last match, and again, there's no reason why his stats should be poured into anything other than catch. Mecha Mark is on his way to level 99, but for as long as I'm using Terry, he should be as good as possible. So he's nearly got 400 catch now, and it still hasn't actually taken away from any of his other stats so far. Let's get him to 400, because we can. We could get him to exactly 400. And what else do we want to do? Arculus himself can have a bit more kick, because that's still going to make way more of a difference than Wonderbot's kick stat. But if we get an excellent on our first try, then that is incredibly helpful. That's another 30. I really shouldn't be using that auto mode ever. I'm occasionally getting 30 points for 2,000 monies, whatever you want to call it. Let's get him to 300 as well, and then we'll dive into a match, I would say, because now Arculus, when turned blue, can use Spirit Big Moves, Pegasus Punch, with over 300 kick of his own, and a little bit of Wonderbots to boot. Do I want to go up to 309? Are there any other stats I might want to train? No, he's just there to take shots at the end of the day. Alright, so that will do it then. Let's just... She's got the leopard print hat. She's got to run away from the dinosaurs in the Cretaceous period. Oh no! Pants is dead! Oh! Only 1 point. I guess you can have that on kick. Right, well, that's it for her. Tell you what, Xavier, can you do this instead? I am from the future. I am from space. I do not belong in the past. He would have been past her if he got trod on by that dinosaur as well. Let's get him his block stat over the 200 mark. And again, I keep meaning to do equipment, but I keep just over-egging these intros with other ideas, so we will once again do it next time. It's time to go instead to the stadium and take on our next match, Eldorado 02. After we, of course, actually do the Miximax, I nearly forgot. I need to move Wonderbot out of my party for this to work, actually. It's a shame I was grinding against such low-level teams. Otherwise, we might have actually got him to level 97, which certainly would have helped. Goldie, back in you go for now, I guess. Let's get that Miximax going. And knowing how easily I leveled up Arch Pegasus on Wonderbot to level 3, I think it's definitely worth my time to do a bit more grinding on Bylong as well, so that he can be the optimal Miximax target for Victor or anyone else who wants to pull from that. Because, yeah, we've got White Wyvern on level 2 right now, but it might as well be level 3 for a flat power increase. So I will probably do that in between this video and the next. But for now, I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. Eiffel 65 going to represent San Marino in the Eurovision qualifiers once again. Off we go to the old club room. Match time then. Here we are, Gus Martin. He could be in every thumbnail in this series if I wanted to go the whole hog. Let's have Eldorado 02, which is going to be not Merengiris, that would be the opponent team. It's whoever fought against Merengiris, and it's my favourite Eldorado team because it's just going to be filled with the Star Strikers of Protocol Omega, with poor old Riccardo backing them up. Eldorado 02 versus Gil is a contender for my favourite match in the series. And I'm saying Gil, their coach is also Guile. It felt like a mistake, but I swear it wasn't. Let's have a look at them. Mecha Mark is already in play. That's not good for us, I would say, because superior crayon power is really cheap to use with his fighting spirit, and when he does eventually resort to using Penguin the Hand, it'll definitely block the ball even if it leaves him stunned afterwards, or he might just use God Hand V and win anyway. That is a worry. I thought that he might have just been on the bench while this guy starts off. He still would have been a problem anyway with Bridge to Nowhere and whatever spirit he's got going on. Riccardo's in the defense, actually, so this is what I like about this match, because this is essentially the canon formation for this team. When we were playing as them, we just put them wherever we wanted. The anime you can kind of analyse a bit, but Riccardo, he may be a midfielder, but he was doing defence here before he was doing it for the Earth 11. Mike is simply more important, and he will be in the middle. Do we have any shot blocks we need to worry about? Oh, Xanax got big moves rather than spirit big moves. I guess it might be the Spirit Zodiac itself that comes with spirit big moves, or maybe he's just lost it since Chrono Stones and I'm just an idiot. I'm not sure. We'll find out when he's actually got that move. But yeah, any of these guys could score on you very, very easily with Omega Assault. So let's avoid that with all we've got. And you know what? The 5-man defensive formation. This formation sucks for us actually, because I love to open with just running my midfielder down the centre. We don't really have that option when everyone stood so far to the left, unless that's a really adventurous pass, but I'm going to have to try it. It could work out marvellously, or it could completely give it away. Mekamaki's dyed his hair white. I wish I had the bravery to do that. Well, Simeon's all natural, you see, but yeah, too strong of a pass. I can never just get the perfect opening, can I? Always got to mess it up as soon as I'm on recording. Well, Jungle Jam Alphas looks pretty good actually. Last Mind wins on type advantage. How close was it? Close enough to say it might be time for another Caleb Stonewall investment. Are they going to go for a Virtuoso Volcano straight away? No, they're also just going Storm after the Calm. What is this supposed to do? Like, Virtuoso Volcano was a huge part of the story narrative for these guys. So to see them just using generic slow down, speed up tactics like that kind of sucks. And Goldie also would have won that interaction if not for Alpha getting a crit. This is the complete opposite, might I add, of whenever I use Alpha. When I use Alpha, he sucks. Look how close that was. Yeah, my uses of Alpha is just horrendous. I've gone for a Thief's Eye. Why have I done that? Terry, you can just catch this. I'm confident. Alpha can't afford to do anything. It's tempted to march to the paint. Alright, sorry. Yeah, you could afford to do that. One of the cheapest moves in the game, but it definitely isn't going to go in. But they've had a shot on us before we've had a shot on them. So this is, again, a little bit embarrassing. But we have liftoff. It's just better than Claw de Force, I'm afraid. And eventually, we're going to get new and improved Arculus involved. Mike! It's Alpha and Mike telling this tale of the story. He's got Black Butcher as well. Mike looking a little supercharged. I mean, you're never going to get him up to the front line to take a shot in the first place, I'm afraid, pal. But Cadence Soundtown, I thought for a moment that was actually Simeon. Let's pop the March of the Penguins already. I've had enough of them dominating possession for this entire half. Beta might be able to score on us. Probably need the spirit to do so, but bored of this now. March of the Penguins, please. And then I'll pick who to actually pass to, not mess this up this time. Arculus, I'm interested. What's the power level gonna be with the Wonderbot Miximax? 3,439. Yep, that's plenty. Okay, Arculus is now all of a sudden a useful member of the team. Of course I could Mix and match anyone with Wonder Bot and potentially get those same results. It's still Victor's voice, what the heck? I guess I need to change it in a different menu. But yeah, to beat out superior crayon power, that says a lot. Arculus, he's got his first goal and he could potentially be set up to do others, because when he does Armify, he's got access to some of the strongest shots in the business, like Supernova and Galactica Fall, even Orbital Drive, which is slightly weaker than the pair of them, but I'll try and show it off at some point when we're not just using spirit moves relentlessly. So this is quite a good selection of spirits they've got out at the moment. Zanuck and Mike are not going to get anywhere near the goal as far as I'm concerned. I will just automatically beat them with whatever defensive move I've got. And then we've only got their keeper to worry about, I think. See, Mike has to Armify here, otherwise he's going to lose to my Water Ball. And then that just gets rid of a spirit. At that point, eventually, he's going for the attack and he's going to regret it. Do I pass to Sivian to get another guaranteed goal, or do I just show off one of these nice, lovely moves that Arculus has? He does not have the speed to... Well, no, he did have the speed actually, but to beat out Ground, Supernova isn't especially helpful, but you know what is? Orbital Drive. It's a little bit weaker, but this is the best chance we're going to get to see it. Actually, wait, isn't Superior Crayon Power Wood type? Well, whatever. We've used Orbital Drive. It looks cool. 1289. I don't think we were scoring with anything, regardless. Superior Crayon Power brings his FSP down to about half. So he's probably going to have to Armify after this, and then we should be in the clear to start experimenting, right? I mean, they're eventually going to bring on their other reserve, I think, but Simeon, why are you all the way back here? Arculus, I'm going to ask you to win a dribbling interaction so that we can pass back to Tezcat. Alright. Why did I expect anything else? We're running low on time. I didn't see any shot blockers. So let's just go for a long shot. See if we can force Mechamark to Armify early. I get, for some reason, thinking I had Ozrock in my party so I could do a Stargazer, but do I have any shot chains? No, I don't think Arculus has got any, but that would have been nice. Let's see if we can actually get it to the goalkeeper first. That would be a nice use of time. I don't think we're going to. Looking at these guys, oh well, can we take the ball after it, perhaps? Oh no! I mean, this is going to be funny, but it's also going to be very, very dangerous. Okay. This moves back. And it's a counter shot. So we'll do everything in our abilities to try and stop this then. Jungle Jam. I'm not worried. Not worried at all. Okay, we can actually stop it now, in fairness. Weaken it a little bit more with Gloopy Goo, and maybe this has worked out after all. 1 second. How strong is this gonna be? It doesn't say. Because it's not gonna make it. That's so mean! Why does he get to shot counter, but when I do it, oh, half time, no shot for you. I spent all of Xavier's TP on that interaction too. Flipping right. Let's get Tezcat up to the front line. Arculus, we won't try and use him without his spirit availability. I'm going to give Sol Daystar his first run out because I think when he's armorified, he should be very, very capable of dribbling past people. So I think that will be my third spirit, and we'll try and use him as a midfielder rather than as a forward. That's obviously what Dracul's for, but variety's the spice of life, and clearly I haven't used Sol Daystar in enough level 99 matches, right? What if I just did it with Pants instead, though? She's already in possession, and she's got Charm up twice. You know what? Fine. Pants can have her level 99 time in the spotlight. I gave her Jag Warrior, which is like weirdly fitting for her. I feel like that should be her canon spirit if ever she were to have one. It's got the leopard print just like in the hat, and it's a defensive move. Hunter's Spear looks really good when used by her, so I think this is even better than giving her Trigger in the end. Oh, the outrun! Yes! The armorified speed! And a Mortal Smash it is. What's Mechamart going to do about this? Does he armorify? Does he just let me in? I am curious. He does armorify. I'm not too worried though. We should be able to score. Just, that's kind of it for our Mortal Smashes. 2,300. That is stronger than Superior Crayon Power was. He's actually a bigger threat to us in this form then, but he's on a time limit. It will run out. Hopefully we won't get Hotel involved within this second half. Again, Zanuck is just foolish enough to think that he can win. Oh, maybe he can actually. I picked Einsatz because I thought it was going to be an automatic win. No, okay, so we lose that. Floral Fiesta may have won that, but I threw. So, my fault. How close was it? The skill up and the skill down looks so silly. I think it's because he's got Fire Boost, but then also he's affected by Charm Up. Pants, second try. Now Floral Fiesta will work, please. Oh, now he goes for the attack. Couldn't you have done that before? Okay, well, Pants isn't going to be able to run very far with this. Her spirit is about to disappear, but he got a critical 0. That's not really how it works, pal. Pass way upfield for Simeon, and let's have a triple threat. This has been like the best I've ever played in any of these matches. What's going on here? I need to try and go for a shot with Tezcat Executioner's Axe. Maybe we can get the 3-0. Think he should be able to stop that. Penguin the Hand. Can we stun him? Get a rebound, maybe? No. Oh, if I took the ball automatically there, I could have passed straight back to Simeon. It would have been the end for him. Critical Mike! Two of my favourites collide. Jordan and Mike have a little bit of a mid-off, and apparently Mike's better on the day. I can summon another Aura. Do I go Dracul or Soul? Let's commit to Soul. We brought him out for that purpose. At least he can take a shot, which Dracul certainly can't, if we happen to get him in that position. But let's go, Pants, the MVP. And yeah, I should have gone with Dracul. Absolutely, I should have gone with Dracul. He was right there in the path of the attack. Mike will not be winning twice. I'm glad he got his credit. I even had him in my random encounter team when I was showing the improvements to Wonderbot. So, Tezcat, where are you? Pass to the third goal? Maybe? Poggers? 1903 still isn't that strong, but we are going to get a Spirit Big Moves manual very soon, and surely Tezcat's the right pick. I don't have any other capable strikers ready to go, and he's still good enough. Well, you could have said the S rank was in reach. I don't think there's any realistic way I can, in fact, get another 2 goals in the time afforded to us, but let's just keep trying things until it sticks. Let's get Victor on. If they're going to offer us another shot, I certainly wouldn't say no. Do we want another reserve of some kind? No, that should be it. I think an S rank is near impossible with only 10 minutes left, but it would be foolish of me not to at least try. We still have capable strikers, again, without even relying on Ozrock or KMC. I'm still tempted to have another KMC run out at some point to show him properly, even if Ozrock sits it out. Jordan's lost again in the Battle of the Spins, but that was only 10 points away from working. So maybe he could be next for the Dark Room. We don't use Jordan much, but he's still in a part of the pitch. If you heard my doorbell going on just now, going off. No, you didn't. So let's make things a little simpler for Terry.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
Would have been. What would we have done if? Well, we wouldn't have done anything. But I was just thinking, what if we have liftoff actually counted down in Japanese instead of English? If you were thinking that we localize that line ourselves, I'm just going to go for regular Lancelot. Get it a little closer to level 5 when Victor's not likely to have a shot anyway. Yeah, we didn't dub that line at all into English. It was just always in English to begin with, which is helpful. Mike, let's. Okay, Stonewall's done. I've got another March with the Penguins though, right? So let's just use that early and see if we can get another shot on goal, because that would just be nice, wouldn't it? There we go. The last of the Penguins. Antarctica's running out of ice here. Should I just run with... No, straight to Seoul and... Alright, well, retain possession, pass back to Victor. Let's just skip all of this. Yeah, you've seen Plasma Cut a million times before. Nearly missed. Oh, so I'm not gonna, obviously, use White Breath because I went for the Lancelot lunge as a bit of a throw. But how strong is this going to be? 2184. That could still score regardless. Good to know that we may be able to score with Lancelot, even if we're still much better off with White Wyvern. It was a crit anyway, it was never going in, no matter what I did. So, fine, I'll shut up. That was fun though. We 3-0'd one of my favourite one of my favourite teams in the series, effectively, in Eldorado 02. And, you know, the whole point... We got a manual for I Am the Almighty! I've got Stargazer and I Am the Almighty. I should really start using these, you know. Oh, who would want that? Well, I guess we've already got it on Zac Avalon. I should use Radiation Storm first. But I'm not sure what the path to improvement is after that match. It just kind of went really well. We can enhance Jordan's stats a bit just to cut out some of those close losses in the midfield. But I think, you know what that means? It means in the next episode we're finally doing the equipment. See you then.